Look up in the sky! It's a bird! It's a sky bison! No! It's Super Zaheer! Oh my god. Wow, Zaheer can fly. I don't know if that was crazy, weird, awesome, cool. It was just, you know, I just watched this episode over and over again just to make sure I didn't miss anything because there's a ton. And every time I saw Zaheer flying away, I just had a face of, I honestly didn't know how to react. It was just, it happened. But anyway, I'm gonna split my review into two parts because just by watching the first part, I can tell there's gonna be a ton in each episode. That if I put it in one video, it'd be like over a half hour, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna split into two. But either way, generally what happened in this episode, in the first part, was they have the hostage negotiation. They're coming up with strategies and how to try to find a way of saving the airbenders, and then at the same time getting Korra away from Zaheer. And I like the strategy. And I like the strategizing. The little bit of comedy that was in this episode, though, it just kept coming out of nowhere, and I found it kind of intrusive. It's like, this is a these are tense moments we're having now. Like, we don't really need the comedy. But it's whatever. It's very little. It's barely there. You know, it's just, we didn't really need it. But honestly, you know, this was an intense episode. And thank God, you know, Tenzin was not dead. When I saw that, I was like, oh, damn. You know, that everyone, but of course, you know, the villains betray their word, you know, because villains can't have some integrity. It's like, hey, we kept our pet, you kept your word, we kept our word, but you know, of course, they can't do that. You know, but the small scene with Zaheer and his girlfriend, I believe, Pel, is that her name? You know, I never really got her name. This is a combustion lady, and every time I hear it, it was just so. Compared to everyone else's name, I guess it was so short and quick that it doesn't stick with you. But I think Ped, something starts with a P. That moment they had that really like humanized these two and really grew on their relationship. Like at first I was like, oh, that's sweet, you know, they really do have some connection, and it's sad to see that these two are villains. But then at a certain point, I'm thinking, she's gonna die, isn't she? I just felt like, why give that romantic scene out of nowhere? Kind of, they kind of did get out of nowhere. I mean, they've had plenty of other times to have these romantic moments, but the fact that they put it here and now just says, well, she's dead. It's like, oh no. And I kind of felt bad when she did die, in a kind of brutal way. In fact, I think it might have been more brutal than the Earth Queen. The Earth Queen, you know, sure, she was suffocating with her eyes bulging out, but at least, you know, she's still intact. You know, but the combustion lady, holy shit, they don't even show it, but you can just tell, like, her head is just blown off. And it was just like, damn, the heroes are much more cruel than the villains are. I mean, with the villains, they killed her with some form of respect, and her body's still intact. They didn't mutilate her, and Tenzin, they didn't kill him because they thought, like, nah, we don't need to kill him. We just knocked him out. But here come the heroes. Blow your head off. Yay! It's like, God, that was brutal. Couldn't find another way to take her down. I mean, you knew, just hit her in the eye and she's down for the count. You didn't need to kill her. But either way, and of course, like I've said, Zaheer can fly. And apparently it's something he knew about Guru Lazeer, or Lageer, I think it's Lazeer, that he can fly as well. And even Tenzin's like, I heard rumors about this, you know. And I'm thinking, like, I'm pretty sure we've mentioned the Guru many times, and we always keep reporting one thing. He became famous for his philosophies and all that shit. And I'm sitting there thinking, did no one at one point consider him famous for flying? The first human to fly using airbending? I was just like, what the hell? That means people are like, sure, the philosophies are great and they're interesting, especially for an airbender. I want to hear more about that. But at a certain point, you gotta be like, dude, the guy can fly. No, it was just like, oh yeah, I thought he can fly, but it wasn't that impressive. Like, he can fucking fly. Hello, it's just amazing. And in the back of my mind, I kind of thought like, hello, airbending. Shouldn't they be able to fly? Especially since Sky Bison can fly as well. And it's good to see that they can. What I did find interesting though is the saying that he was repeating over and over again, into the void, you know, set yourself free. And it is very noticeable when, as soon as his girlfriend is dead, as soon as she dies, that's when he can finally fly. Now maybe it's coincidence, but if I remember, back in the original Avatar series, when the guru was telling Aang to let go of his emotions, let go of everything that balanced him to the earth, to attain this incredible power, maybe that wasn't technically just an Avatar thing. Maybe it was an airbender thing. And if that's true, then Zaheer wasn't not going to be able to fly unless he lost that final connection to his humanity, his girlfriend. As soon as she dies, he no longer is chained down to earthly emotions, earthly possessions, stuff like that, and he's finally free to just fly away. And if that's true, that is impressive. Maybe that's why, as masterful as Tenzin is at airbending, and clearly, he was able to push Zaheer down, he still couldn't fly because he had a wife and kids. He still had so much emotion holding him down, and that'd be very interesting. I wanna look into that more. And finally, the other impressive thing that happened in this episode was Bolin was able to lava bend. And the minute he did is like, okay, this is a moment of death. You don't know what's gonna happen. He's gonna force himself to do something. And the minute he lava bended, at first I was like, what the hell? That came out of nowhere. And I'm thinking, what if this is like a specialty thing? Like when earthbenders are born, of course naturally they can earthbend. But maybe they can specialize. Maybe some earthbenders are better at bending metal, while others go into lava bending. Because I don't remember if the lava bender ever actually bended any metal. Maybe he did and I missed it, but for the most part, I think the lava bender just stuck with lava bending and that's it. While the metal benders usually stick to metal bending and really don't earthbend that much. And if that's true, I find that very interesting. Genetically, that means that some are more attuned to a liquid form of bending instead of the more solid and sturdy steel. And I would like to know more if that's true or not. Bolin can't metal bend, but he can lava bend, and that's something he's just born able to do. But either way, really, this episode was just fantastic. Like I say, it was jam-packed with so much. It was just like I needed to break this season finale into 2 parts because I'd be talking over so much stuff. Korra's finally been kidnapped by the Red Lotus, and she's been imprisoned with platinum handcuffs so she can't metal bend, and then put in this, it looks like a Kryptonian cave, like kryptonite. And I'm bringing up a lot of Superman reference right there because it's still Zaheer flying away. It's like, and I'm guessing, and like I said, like it's probably because he no longer has any emotional connection to anyone in the group now that his girlfriend is dead. So I'm guessing that means Tenzin is never going to be able to fly, which would have been awesome, really. I mean, can you imagine like people are in danger and throughout the city, Republic City, and he just, okay, I'm off. He just flies away. It's Super Tenzin away, saving people every day. That would have been awesome. I would have loved to see a series like that. Just Tenzin like a superhero, just flying away and helping people. Oh, man. But either way, it ends with Zaheer getting these other Red Lotus members, new ones we never met before. But the fact that they're in cloaks means maybe they're not that impressive or as powerful as the main 4 members were. But they use this. They're saying we're gonna use this poison. Now I'm not sure. They're not gonna kill the Avatar. If they needed to kill her, they would have killed her before, and then instead of going through all the trouble of capturing her and then taking to these caves. but maybe the poison is of the mind. Maybe it'll allow them to take control of her, or, you know, she turns evil. Now that'd be a bit too kind of like just out there, even more so than Zaheer being able to fly. It'd be like too comic booky. But maybe it's a poison to block bending. But then again, they have a master waterbender. Clearly, I mean, sure she can't use her hands, but I'm sure she can still block bending with her water bending. Who knows? But the poison is going to do something. It's clearly going to do something very dangerous, because the very last part of the season finale is called Venom of the Red Lotus. So it's going to play a huge part in the season finale. Now, it's getting really close and really intense. I'm just wondering, like, is this going to really go into season 4? I haven't watched the second part yet. I wanted to review both parts separately. But really, this video is intense. It just leaves you with jaw dropped most of the time. Especially that creepy scene where the waterbender reveals all the airbenders are fakes, and it just melts away in the shadows. Is like, oh, that's creepy. But oh wow, this is a great episode. I can't wait for the second part. I'm gonna watch it right now. But for the most part, there was like so much happening, so much development with people's powers. And again, Zaheer can fly. I'm sorry, that is just, I can't really say right now if that's weird, awesome, completely out there, out of nowhere, and breaks the whole tension of the series. But every time I saw that scene, I just had this face of, I have no reaction to this. I honestly couldn't think of what I can say about it. It was just Zaheer can fly. It happened. Okay. Let's see if it's going to play a more important role in the season finale, or maybe if it keeps going to season 4. Either way, I'm Tony Dragon, and until then, bye-bye.